Most continents are distorted. Australia is to south, whereas New Zealand. Turns out South America is the most distorted continent. Antarctica is that tiny little island. Thailand was apparently a sea. There were 2 Icelands. The Atlantic Ocean is way too big. Most of the Caribbean islands are gone. The Aral Sea was smaller at that time. Everything looks like a blur. It's narration. It's not like people do when they're going to sing a song.
United States, Canada, Mexico, Panama, Haiti.
Why does this face look like that? When they say Haiti, no one normally says that.
Jamaica, Peru, Republic Dominican.
It's called Dominican Republic.
In Cuba.
That's a sea. It's part of Denmark, but you could still consider it as a country.
Salvador.
2 is not a country. Puerto Rico is part of the United States. Why is he happy?
Venezuela, Honduras, Guyana, and
Still is also a former truck name.
Guatemala, Bolivia, then Argentina, and Ecuador, Chile, Brazil.
He said Ecuador, not Ecuador.
Costa Rica, Belize, Nicaragua, Bermuda, Bahamas.
Bermuda is part of the UK.
Tobago, San Juan.
Tobago is part of Trinidad and Tobago. And Trinidad dwarfs it in size and population. And when he said San Juan, that's even worse than when he said Algiers, because it's a capital of a territory which isn't even a country.
Paraguay, Uruguay, Suriname, and French Guiana.
Is 100% part of France.
Barbados and Guam.
Is part of the United States.
Norway and Sweden and Iceland and Finland and Germany.
Germany, it's like saying that Germany is sleeping.
Austria, Czechoslovakia.
Had collapsed even by the day the song's released.
Italy.
Where's Sicily? Turkey is too distorted and wide.
Greece. Poland, Romania, Scotland.
Scotland is part of the UK, and the USSR owned part of Poland at the time, and Germany on the other half.
Albania, Ireland, Russia.
That looks like the USSR, the United Soviet Socialist Republic. And again, look at it. I mean, look. Didn't they conquer almost all of Afghanistan and Finland? I heard that. When he said Oman, it was too small. Saudi Arabia owned an item out of territory from Oman. Was barely shown. I don't see anything. Iran is dark red. Syria is just wrong, what's he pointing out? Lebanon isn't visible. Same with Israel. They united at the time when the song was released. Kuwait was just a flash of light. But again, why is he happy?
The Netherlands, Luxembourg, Belgium, and Portugal, France, England, Denmark.
He said England, and England, just like the previously mentioned Scotland, is not a country. And where's Wales? When he said Spain, he made himself look like a soldier.
India, Pakistan.
Bangladesh's border, same with Nepal and Bhutan, were completely blended in with India, and their border wasn't shown. Why do all the countries light up when you do something?
Burma,
It's called Myanmar now.
Afghanistan,
Afghanistan was conquered by the Soviet Union.
Nepal and Bhutan, Camp,
They were just red flashes of light.
Buchiam,
Is now called Cambodia.
Malaysia, then
Bangladesh doesn't look well.
Bangladesh, Asia, and
He said Asia. Asia is an entire continent, not a country.
China,
Since that is what he thinks China is, but he also said Tibet, which was part of China,
Korea,
is two countries. It happened after the Korean War. The Korean War happened in 1953.
Japan,
He said din 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 din, and again, that's not what you're supposed to do when you're singing random songs.
Mongolia, Laos,
Why does he look happy? As a tricky player. Laos is taller than thinner.
Tibet,
Is part of China.
Indonesia, the
Borneo and Sumatra lighted up even though he said them later.
Philippines, Island,
It's called the Philippines.
Taiwan,
It's part of China, but you can still consider it as its own country.
Sri Lanka, New Guinea, Sumatra, New
Is part of Indonesia.
Zealand, and Borneo,
Is shared by Brunei, Malaysia, and Indonesia.
Vietnam, Tunisia, Morocco, Uganda, Angola, Zimbabwe, Djibouti, Botswana,
Is an extra sin for the meme of the video, which doesn't make sense.
Mozambique, Zambia, Swaziland, Gambia, Guinea, Algeria,
It's the Gambia.
Ghana,
Too bad. You keep doing it.
Burundi,
Burundi wasn't shown.
Lesotho, Malawi,
They said Lesotho, but no South Africa.
Togo, the Sahara
Is part of is part of Morocco.
Syria, Chad, Liberia, Egypt, and Gabon, Tanzania, Somalia,
Where's Malaysia? Tanzania.
Kenya, and
Tanzania.
Malaysia.
And when he pointed to Kenya, this thing wasn't visible. But now it is.
Sierra Leone and Algeria,
It's a city in Algeria.
Dahomey, Namibia,
Dahome's changed its name.
Senegal,
Senegal doesn't rhyme with Libya.
Cameroon, Congo, Zaire,
Congo is the same color as the Democratic Republic of the Congo. And when this song started, the Central African Republic was the same color as Chad. But they changed it, but they didn't even say it. Same with South Africa. There's no random line going through South Africa.
Ethiopia, Guinea-Bissau,
Zaire changed its name.
Madagascar, Rwanda,
Mayoran came on, or not country. Lahore is part of France and came on. The Cayman Islands are part of Britain. Is now part of China. Is a city in the United Arab Emirates. Broke up. Is an island, part of Greece. No one spins like that. Is part of Romania. Is a country. Is now two different countries. They're the missing sins of Europe. That big thing isn't part of Sweden anymore. And Denmark takes territory of Germany. And that part is part. This is part of Denmark. And there's actually a tiny gap. It's not part of the map. He's not part of the map.